You produced for Lil Wayne, T.I., Chris Brown, Maroon 5, Quincy Jones, Snoop Dogg, Pimp C, Luda.
Hold on, man. How you just gonna go past Quincy Jones like that? Help me out, Shannon. Say Quincy Jones again.
Quincy Jones.
What did he do? Didn't he do Thriller for Michael?
Man, he was Frank Sinatra, he was Ray Charles.
Talk that shit!
Man, when it cut, I mean, there are a lot of producers out there, but it's hard to be.
Ain't too many people on this planet produce for Quincy Jones.
Big, that's what I said. If we were to do a versus, who would we put against Quincy?
Man, I heard somebody talking that shit, bro. Like, to even think you're worthy of that. Yeah. The shit that Quincy Jones has done, bro.
No, he got his range. He got too much of a range in between.
From classical music, bro, to scoring movies. Most people don't know history.
TV shows.
Yeah.
Sanford and Son.
Sanford, yeah, talk that shit.
Yeah. Y'all better stop playing with that, man.
But what I will say, man, is that me and Warren Campbell, you should go to his church. Right. Warren Campbell. But we had a production company together. And Quincy Jones told us, or said to one of his liaisons, that when we were producing for his album, we were the only ones that were brave enough to take his music and digest it and spit it back. He was like, if he wanted it to sound like him, like, you can't do what I do, first of all. Right. And that's how we looked at it. It would be disrespectful for me to try to do what Quincy Jones did with his music. And so, man, that's one of the things there's an artist from Mississippi. His name is Coke Boomaye. And this dude is much younger than me, but this dude is, bro, he's way beyond his age. He talks like our grandparent, like your grandparent.
Yeah.
And he told me, he said, Banner, you got to start popping your shit. He said, or people will forget about you. And the way that this culture is, bro, they'll take your shit from you, bro. So, like, I just started learning how to tell people a little bit more, and I'm grateful that you brought that up, man, because I've done things that nobody has ever done in history. But our parents taught us, man, to so-called be humble.
Yeah.
But I believe, because you in sports, I don't believe in being humble if it's stats. If Jordan told you he had 6 rings, is that popping or capping?
That's factual.
That's factual. It's stats.
Absolutely.
I am great. I just hate that my people don't know how great I am. It hurts, bro. Cause, bro, when I got my Grammy nod with Wayne, I literally came home, Shannon, and I'm serious, bro. I'm not bullshitting you. I said it out loud. We did it. And there wasn't nobody there.
Let me ask you this. If you did something that you thought was special, and nobody told you it was special, would you still feel special?
I don't know, bro. Bro, I'm from Mississippi, bro. I just started loving myself. I never thought I made it. I'm serious, Shannon. I'm not joking. I never, ever thought I made it, bro. Like, it's funny because somebody on your staff knows a mutual friend of Billy Hume, who ran his white guy, bro. Celtic white guy, bro, who boned, like, fuck Lil Jon, like, a lot of us, bro. Like, we went through his studio. And, bro, when I got that $10 million deal, bro, this little short, white, long-haired dude, he just hugged me. He said, Banner, go buy you a car, bro. I was still renting cars, fronting. Go buy you somewhere to stay, man. Get you some clothes. You made it, dog. And I was just standing there, bro, and mumbling, like I couldn't stop. Bro, they teach us, bro, to work like we will correlate our success with how hard we work, like slaves, dog. We gotta learn how to think. We gotta learn how to set up systems. Bro, you ain't gotta be here every day no more. But we're addicted to that feeling, bro. We've been trained in that trauma, bro. And it's the hardest thing for me, bro. I really think God put me in Mississippi for that reason, bro. I think I had this bully body, bro. Like, I didn't get this body, bro, until I was in my senior year. I'm serious, I would have played football. I didn't get big, bro, until my senior year. And I think God gave me this body because I've been a victim for so long, bro. I fight. I beat up the bullies. Can't stand no bully, homie. I really think that's why God gave me this body, is to protect the weak. And I think you're a sucker, bro, if you've been oppressed all your life and then you take this power and use it against the same people that God has blessed you to protect. Bro, I'm so fortunate, bro. That's the reason why I don't do VIP. That's the reason why I go out in the crowd. It's the reason why I speak the shit that I speak. And I be trying to tell my friends that. I be trying to tell people that, man. Like, one of my friends told me, he was like, Banner, you just seem like you're so angry all the time. And then I digested it. And I thought about it. Shannon, the only time I get upset is over when people mistreat black people. I made it, homie. I got a lot of bread. Like, I only fight for the weak, bro. That's it. People that come from places we come from, bro.
How did you beat T.I.? Because it's interesting because you have such an eclectic group. I mean, you got rappers and you got Snoop Dogg. You did Quincy Jones, rest his soul, and then you
Snoop
got
Dogg too.
Snoop. Yeah, you got Snoop, 2 Chainz, Akon. But if you look at okay, you got Lil Wayne, T.I., but you got Maroon 5. Maroon 5 and T.I. and Lil Wayne ain't the same. And then you got Q, and then you got Neo.
Yeah. Well, me and T.I. is a little bit different because he came early. Like, if you think about it, bro, like, I was so blessed because what people don't know is I produced Thug Holiday for Trick Daddy.
Right.
But nobody knew who David Banner was at the time.
Okay.
So I wasn't able to take advantage. I was even in the video. But T.I. is the person who allowed me to be a $1 million producer. Like, Rubber Band Man changed the texture. He's also, and people won't admit this, he's the reason why producers can put their tags on their beat on the radio. Because my tag was on my beats way before Rubber Band Man, but the radio stations would shave it off. T.I. called up to Hot in Atlanta and said, don't touch my music. That boy work hard. Because the reason why I put my tag on my beat, bro, and I think this is...
So what is the tag?
Tag is like when you put your name before the beat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, David Banner. The only reason why I did that is because I noticed Jay-Z would say, Kanye, you a fool. Just Blaze, you did it again. And every time he would say their name, they could charge $10,000 extra, right?
Okay.
Southern rappers hid their producers. Like, bro, like, it hurts me to this day. KLC from Beats by the Pound. As big as No Limit was, don't nobody know who they are, bro. And they're some of my mentors. And I hate the fact, bro, I really think Beats by the Pound is big as Timbaland and Pharrell because they change music in the same way that those people do. But we don't know who they are. And since I saw that, I said, I'm not gonna let them like look over me. I'm gonna put my own name before my beat.
Right.
And bro, it got so hot at one time, bro, and people don't even give me credit for that. Like, people can say whatever they want to you first. I think I was one of the first people to put my name before a beat, but nobody made it hot in contemporary America like I did, bro. So when everybody put their name before they beat and they don't say nothing to me, that's what I'm supposed to do, but I am still in the flesh. It would feel good for you to acknowledge the person who allowed you to do the shit that you do to this day. But T.I., man, like, he changed. And for some reason, man, every level of my life, we keep coming back together. And man, I'm so appreciative of who he is. And like my bro actually, they tried to put him on a cross. And they tried to crucify him, and he stood. Bro, if there was one person on this planet that I could say resilience, I don't think there's no man in the music industry that's as resilient as T.I. is, bro. And every day this get up and he keep going. People don't even think, bro. He shared his whole career and became conscious in front of everybody and put a conscious album out. He didn't just talk that shit. A lot of did that shit, bro, to be cool because it was the woke moment. T.I. did that shit and put his career on the line, bro. When he first came out with his first album, I'm Serious, bro. He told the motherfuckers, let me go. He went back to the streets and built himself back up again, bro. My bro ain't perfect, bro, but Tip try, bro. He tries so hard all the time. And he's so tough, you'll never be able to see that part of, but bro tried. And for the first time in his life, I think he cared.
Yeah.
And he not used to that. He didn't come from that environment. And I'm watching him process the fact that he care about shit. And then that make you human again. What the you do with that shit?
Right.
Like, what? I'm serious, dog. That's how I feel now. Like, why in the am I getting depressed? Hey, dog, the shit we used to do, what this shit is, feelings?
Right.
You know? And I'm just grateful, man, that me and him still friends.
Right.
And that I called, bro, it ain't been one time that I ever called Tip. He didn't show up for me, bro.
Wow.
And I'm grateful to him. Like, when they did the death of Auto-Tune, I never knew, and T-Pain is my friend, bro. They were children. And I'm not saying that you right or wrong, but you don't do a child like that, bro. And what I'm saying is, even when we wrong, look at how white folks do Trump. What? Trump can say the dumbest shit on this planet. White folks gonna protect him. They may have another conversation with him later on. Why we can't do that? But it's like now black media has got to the point where the same way, and it's from the places that we from, and I'm looking you in your eyes, Shannon, when I say this shit. When you look at when they used to hang black folks from trees, then you see black folks on the outskirts. Same thing they did to Jesus. You say that you knew that he was the son of Jesus and you didn't do shit, you coward. How dare you praise his name when he did and you let him sit up there on that cross? The same thing with that child. You let them crucify that child and you did nothing. You a hoe. That's what I believe. And that's why I don't really believe in the music industry. I don't really believe these folks are my friend. As much as I care about the situations that I'm in, bro, I know these folks don't care about me. Understand that. Because if they did that to Jesus, what you think they do to my Mississippi country ass, dog? So what I realized, man, is that the thing that I did realize is, though, man, is that, like, the men, those of us who were around, bro, we could have stepped up more.
Right.
Bro, think about the NFL players, bro. How strong you all are. But they put y'all in a situation, bro, where y'all be in cities where the most impoverished black people are, and they don't even let you around with your people, bro. I see that more in the NBA, bro. Like, bro, I had an opportunity. My best friend lived in Portland, bro. They don't like black people being around the hood, bro. Basketball and what we done for basketball, but I don't never see no black kids in NBA cares. I don't. I'm honest with what I see, bro. There's no artist I've ever worked with in my life, and I'll look at any one of these cameras. I have not met anybody more talented than that young man, bro.
Wow.
I am a producer. I am not a beat maker. When I would stop the beat for Chris Brown to say, I know. Well, how the you know? You know, it's an infinite amount of things you don't know.
Right.
He knew.
Wow.
And bro, like, the reason why Chris Brown, I'm not saying this, and I got to be careful with my words. The reason why he's not on a Prince, Michael Jackson level is because he chose his manhood over his music, and you can't blame him for that. Bro just wanted to be respected as a man, bro. Never really had men around him, dude. I don't blame Lil Bro for that, bro, and it's hard, dude. Like, that's one thing, man, like, it's the craziest thing for me as an entertainer, dude. Like, even from a woman perspective, I remember when I made Play, there's a difference between you being a hunter and then all the women decide you sexy. And then they after you, and then you become an object. Bro, I never talked to that. Was hard for me to deal with. Like, I'm not used to it. I'm used to hunting. Don't make it easy for me, woman. You know what I mean? And we don't have therapy for that. Because most people from where we from ain't never seen what we seen, bro. Chris from the South, bro. People forget that.
Yeah.
That boy from the South, dog. From the country, too.
Mm-hmm.
And he dealt with that shit alone. So however it was, bro, like, and I just wish, man, I never forget when Chris got his first tattoo, bro, some of the people in the label knew me and his relationship, and they called me up there. Chris hid under the desk, bro. Because I was coming. And I remember telling him, bro, you a kid. Be a kid as long as you can. And I'm serious. I told him this, bro, get that Disney money. Because once you grown, you can't ever come back. But he wanted to be a man, and he chose that, bro, and I can't blame him for that.
Wow. You mentioned Nelly's Tip Drill. When you first heard that song, did you know, like when you hear a beat, do you know it's a hit?
My song Play was the only song that when I heard that, I knew that was him. I didn't like a Pimp. If I knew Rubber Band was that dope, I do love Tip, I would have kept it for myself.
Right.
I can't even lie to you. I gotta be honest. I didn't know. I can't even sit here and tell you that I had that. As a matter of fact, Tip is like now my ears for me, bro. Cause he's a genius, bro, when it comes to hearing it. I just make a bunch of shit.
Right.
And some of that shit is great, some of it sucks. I can tell the shit that ain't good. Like, I just gotta be honest with you. Most producers wouldn't tell the truth about this, but I will. When I first started, if I made 10 beats, 2 of them were dope.
Right.
Now, if I make 10 beats, 4 of them dope. But like, that's just part of it. You just gotta keep making it.
Right.
You know, but no, bro, I had no idea, bro. What I will say is that Nelly is the only artist that I made a beat for, and he took it. Because you got to think, when you make a beat for an artist, the only thing you can go off of is what you heard from them.
Right.
But if they're really an artist, they 10 years ahead of that now.
Right.
So you're usually behind them trying to cater. What you should do as a producer is give them the future instead of being in their past, right? And Nelly was the only one, bro. Every beat I sent to Nelly, he got on that. And I don't want to talk about it because some things are not meant to talk about, but I never really got into like petty shit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I don't watch the news.
Right.
As smart as I am, people would be surprised. News is depressing. I don't get into people's beef unless we grew up together.
Right.
Like, I'm trying to bring the community together.
Right. I ain't have an opinion on that.
Yeah, man. I got into a lot of rap beefs that I didn't know about, bro. And it hurt my money because I was always trying to bring people together.
Right.
Negroes don't want to hear that shit. That motherfucker, bro.
Right.
You know, and I just got caught off into a lot of that shit, Shannon. Yeah.
Pimp C said you looked out for his family when he went in. You don't mind, I mean, why did you do it and what did you do?
I don't know what I did. It was so long ago.
Why'd you do it?
I don't know.
You don't know why you did it?
No, just let me ask you.
Okay.
If you really led by the spirit,
yeah,
that ain't your business. Just do what you told.
Right.
All I knew was that Pimp C's voice changed my life. I don't give a how dope like a Pimp beat was. People were attracted to it. Make them girls get down on the floor, on the floor. Like, bro, I sampled that man's voice and didn't know him. And it changed my life. How dare I not feed back into his family? Wow. The problem is us as black folks, bro, is that we get money and we start catering to people that don't like us. Instead of, what Issa Rae say? Networking side to side. You know what I'm saying? And so if his voice blessed me that way, why not bless him? And one thing I don't, and Shannon, I think you do a good job at this, bro. One thing that I'm proud that I never did, Snoop is actually my friend, bro. Be clear. But he's still Snoop.
Yeah.
And I never allow myself to stop being a fan. Pimp C was my friend, bro. But that's still Pimp C. And I'll never take that away from me. The fact that the people that we look up to the most, Samuel L. Jackson, is now my friend, bro. But don't ever get that up. That's Samuel L. Jackson. And that allows me to stay grateful for each day in my life, bro. Right. But those are still the people that I looked up to.
Right.
Do you want to know something crazy?
What's
a
that?
lot of the people that I look up to me.
Wow.
They come to me for guidance, especially spiritually.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And sometimes I have to remind myself that I can't take that away from them too. So I still gotta stay up, But I gotta also realize that these are people that I look up to and love and respect too.
You worked with Wayne after he got out of jail. Wayne's been at this thing for a while. I mean, I think Wayne started probably 12 or 13, and here he's probably in his 40s now, so he's been at this thing for a minute. I still think Wayne, when they talk about GOATs, the way he can put words together, what is it like watching him create a masterpiece?
This is not gonna be popular, what I'm about to say. What's funny to me, only my opinion, I think Wayne was more of a problem when he was 12. Like that early Cash Money, where he focused in. Like a lot of people became fans of Jay-Z and, you know, keeping it in your head. And I think that's cool.
Right.
If, you know, one thing Erykah Badu taught me was that you don't ever judge how a person reveals or creates their music, right? But I remember the stories that he used to give, bro, back on them BGs and the early Cash Money before the Universal deals. Like, I can't imagine a focused Lil Wayne who has to still listen to somebody. You gotta think, Lil Wayne ain't gotta listen to nobody no more. No producer, no engine, nobody.
Right.
But there's a certain, think about Eminem with Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
You say whatever you want to say, but when he with Dr. Dre, it's special.
Yeah.
Jadakiss with The Alchemist early, bro. There's just something about having somebody that you have reverence to, bro. I just think that the world doesn't know because they're not privy to the Lil Wayne that I'm a fan of, bro. Like, I would just love to hear that just one more time, bro.
I think he got an album out now. It's coming out.
It's coming out, it ain't out yet. Yeah. But I will tell you something, bro, that I don't know if I said this anywhere. Maybe one other time, but Wayne said the most admirable thing that anybody has ever said to me in history, bro, as a producer. Wayne told me, because what a lot of people don't know is some of the beats, some of the most historical freestyles that Wayne did, they were over David Banner beats. But I would send him so many beats, I don't put my tag on my beat until they pay for it.
Right.
But it was Wayne, so I ain't really give a shit. Put that shit out, Wayne, because if Wayne do one of your beats,
they gonna ask who
yeah, and then gonna pay you because you produce. So I never tripped. Wayne could do whatever the he wanted to do, right? But Wayne told me something. He called me, man. It was really strange. He said, Banner, now that I'm a businessman, I can't promise you that you're gonna have a spot on everything on Young Money, but I can promise you that I give you an opportunity to fight for your spot. And that's all you can ask for as a man, bro. And the thing that I would wish and hope for Wayne, man, is that man really loves music, bro. I talked about this today, bro. Like, Wayne would light a blunt, put his head in the speaker, and ask me to play all my beats. Not to sell them, but because he was a fan of my production. It ain't about, I don't give a about, like, bro, just play the music, bro. And I just wish that we could all make music again, man. Like, I've been talking about this a lot because I want people to know that it ain't about music. The last thing I produced for T.I. that came out, I didn't charge him. I just wanted us to be in the studio again, bro. I got money. Let's just get back to doing it. Because, bro, if we do what we do, naturally the money coming.
Right.
You got AI and all that stuff. The thing that you can't replicate is, bro, like real live heart, bro. Real music, something that touches people's soul. One of my friends told me when they created the television, we lost our minds. But the one thing they couldn't take away from us is our spirit and our soul. We still got that, Shannon.
Right.
And like Wayne, bro, Wayne is special, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He is special, man. And I just wish, like Chris Brown, bro, that we'll just get back in and with each other and work again, bro. Like, just get in the studio, like a group of us that really care about this shit. And I think people would come back to it if they felt something, bro.
Right.
And Wayne got that. Wayne really loved music, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really loves music, bro. There's another artist I want to shout out, because when I was thinking about Wayne, I thought about him. Devin the Dude
Mm-hmm.
in Houston. Like, I work with him.
Right.
And he reminds me of that. Fiend from New Orleans remind me of that, bro. Like, people who just drop in them zones, bro, and they love music so much that everything else melts away. And I think people feel that. People feel Wayne suffering. And that's what people really relate. And he don't mind putting his heart on the track. I just wish, man, it was enough of us around to focus that. Because you can say a lot of dope stuff, bro, but like to be able to put it in and guide it a little bit, not much. Bro, I am one of the executive producers of Jill Scott's new album.
Okay.
And she's a great example of that, bro. Like, Jill don't need no producers. But like, to be honest with you, man, to even be in the space, to just give a little nudge. A little nudge here. Because to be real, Jill does 7 songs in one session.
Wow.
You just got to be man enough to let her play and move out her way and then realize, okay, it's time to move on now.
Right.
But let her get it as much of it out as you possibly can. But there ain't much producing Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, Jill Scott. They're geniuses.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party, because you know we like to do something before 2 something.